Hello, hello, and welcome to round 4 here on the TGC Tours Offseason Event. And today, Punch Out Challenge gets finished. We are under par on all of the rounds, and let's see if we can keep under par here on round 4 as well. What is the challenge? It's very, very simple. I am only allowed to do a punch shot type, and then when we are around the greens, I am allowed to putt. So short and simple, only punches, only putts. Round 4 conditions are somewhere between easy and really difficult. We get to these middle tee box. It's not that far away, but it's not that easy either. So pin set 4, the most difficult pin set of the week. High winds, north direction. Fairway firmness is quite bouncy. Green is bouncy, and green speed gets taken down to moderate. Default weather. So in a sense, it's very simple. We gotta fight for our life here and keep under par. So there's nothing much to say. Let's put the chat room on top of me. Subscribe to the YouTube if you want to give me some good lucks. Hit a thumbs up there. Trigger the bells so you never miss another. Round here on the YouTubes. And now round 4, Himochiko Draven. Par 5 is luckily the first one, so we just get to move our ball down the line here. Make sure it doesn't get all the way to the middle bunker. And a nice little driver puncher we take. Nice. This is going to give us a good line for the next shot. For the next shot, I'd rather opt out for this 3-iron just in case that the 3 wood rolls too far. So to make sure we have enough yards between the ball and the hole, we'll take this 3-iron. Beautiful. Perfect landing spot. Let's see what we can do from here. I really like this gap wedge as the club. It's gonna be going to the right from this lie and a little bit downhill, so I am actually gonna aim this quite far left just to make sure we never ever end up in that right side bunker. Should bounce towards the hole and roll a little bit. Very acceptable there. Very acceptable. Miss my tempo fast, so we're never gonna be a tap-in, but I accept that completely. Super big amount of break here, so just make sure you give it enough. But, of course, this is on more of a guessing game than knowledge game, so let's see if our guess is anywhere near right. In fact, it's actually very good, but not enough to score. But a tapping par, even on a par 5 here, we won't complain. Now the nerves are out, and the next one, let's try to score. Hole 2 here presents quite a difficult situation because you have to be over this bunker, but you can never ever be too far. So that's why absolutely the same thing we did last time. We'd rather this 3 wood, so it gives us enough yards than the driver. The driver especially is very dangerous, and even if you hit it, it's then too close, so you have to partial your shot. So this 3 wood here works out much better for this purpose of this challenge. Looking at this, I feel like gap wedge has to be our shot. It's gonna hit somewhere here, and then it should roll towards the hole. Quite a lot of left side lie. The wind is gonna push it back though, so now a good shot here. We have a chance. Still too many yards, but we are on the green. We are on the green and safe. Still too many yards, though. And looking at this putt, there's going to be nothing easy. So let's just make sure we take enough off and then lag it towards the hole here. Don't lose the ball back down the hill. Little bit more power. Perfection. Perfection whereas lag putt is going. And then we're just tapping in for the par. 2 for 2. That's okay. Keep the engines running. Come on. Over the river we go. Aim quite a lot left, so there's never a chance to be in the river. The wind is going to bring it back. And now it would be, of course, right on brand to score this most difficult one after not being able to score the two first ones. Once again, we don't really have an option here. We just have to hit this 3-iron. There is no other way. It's not even guaranteed to get there, so we just gotta hope it's over that hump. Might be ridiculously good. Oh, it is. Holy moly, boys. The first mega shot of the day. Come on. Love that. Love, love, love everything that represents. The ball is going downhill here quite a lot. And there is like almost no visible break in these beats. So I'm just gonna aim this left side of the cup. There was more. There was more. That combined with the fact that I pushed it a little bit, there was more. So that's never going to go in. Even with the perfect swing plane, that's never going to go in. So 3 attempts, 3 near misses. The most horrifying hole of them all has been this hole number 4. So now we're going to take actually this 4-iron to make sure we don't get too close. We have doubles and triples on this actual hole. So here we are just going to make sure we are not left with more than 80 yards into the hole here. 95 yards to the mug. It's going to be perfect. I'm going to put full shape into this lob wedge, and then we're just going to send it. And hopefully it's going to be a wonder shot. We end up here very close, 9 feet, but there is definitely break on the first one and on the second one, but it's breaking kind of funky. So I have to aim a lot. I have to aim a lot because it just looks like it will teleport left from the start. And we exact a little bit of revenge on hole 4 by the first birdie of the round 4. That's huge. Bang, bang, bang. Par 3 here, the 5th, ridiculously difficult as well, but I have to take the 5-iron punch with a little bit of left to right shape into it and then just send it. Got my tempo right on. It's gonna climb this and hopefully starts going back right. That is money in the bank. All kinds of breaks here. 5 inches down too, so good amount of aim. Nice confident stroke. And make sure it stays on the high side and then go pick it up from the cup. Oh, wow, off the power. Okay, so aim is decent, but I took too much off from the power. So it never really got the high line that I was expecting. So I actually putted low still. So hand up, really, really bad putt. Winds have picked up quite a lot here, 18-mile wind, but of course in a punch shot, it doesn't really matter that much. So to the fairway we go. Keeping to the theme of this round, we will lay this up again because the longer shot will not get there. Make sure you're far enough to the right, but not in the water. This should be nice. Again, should give us the around 100 in. Interesting proposition here where we are hitting this lob wedge exactly to yardage, but there's a 17-mile wind. So a good learning experience for us all. How would a 17-mile wind play on a punch? I'm guesstimating this to drop down at like 81, 82, 83. Layup Larry scores again. Get in there, Larry. High five. Hole 7, nothing major here. Just make sure we, again, stay on the fairway. Don't let the ball travel too far right here. Very decent kick as well. Should give us some sort of a line here. I have high hopes for this one. Here, I'd rather be a little bit shorter and putting up the hill than coming all the way back from there. And I also feel like this might get there. If this lands at like 142, 143, this might get there. Love that. Absolutely adore everything about that. Come on. Fairly funky looking putt here. I'm going to take a little bit of power off and then we are just again going to be on the left side. I didn't really see that much break. So I have to trust myself that there isn't that much. Come on now. Wow. Still that much overhit it. Okay, so my feeling of there's not a lot of break was absolutely right, but still I aimed way too much. So let's take that as a learning experience. If you don't see break in the uphill, adjust. 3-wood is my only situation here that I can even think about. Very tough situation, but hit it to the left side. Watch it roll towards the hole a little bit. So now I hit it too fast. It's not going to get down, but with these green speeds, we can now still stop it from here. So from the higher green speeds, we could not. But from this situation, we actually can stop the ball. So, but let's take a look at it and make sure we have break zone. That was a little bit too much aim. I brought it back. I felt like that would have missed left. I didn't touch power though. Perfect swing plane. Takes the downhill in a perfect way. Can't complain about that, lads. Tapping par here on our next crucially difficult one. Acceptable. Pick up the ball. Run to the next one. Hole 9 is the most difficult of these 4s. But nevertheless, get your fairway here and you have a chance. And I want to say that that must be on the fairway. That is a most opportune time to hit my perfect shot. Stop here and some sort of a long iron it is, but I feel like this is a chance now. This 4-iron seems to be a pretty good match for this. I don't think it's gonna roll up the hill, so let's hit it. Oh, it's wonderful, actually. It's actually wonderful. That I was nervous about, but that right there is better than most. 100% better than most. We do see a good amount of break in there. So now we have an opportunity to score this. Come on. This to go -3 through 9. Shaved it, but that's okay. Tapping par here on the 9th. No way to complain. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. -2 through 9. No bogeys in the cart. Let's go finish the job now. To the scoreable 10th we go. Difficult still, but scoreable. But everything starts once again by getting your fairway. A beaut. Keeping up with the team. 7-iron layup. Never want this ball to be too far. Move it exactly the amount you want for the next perfect shot here. Stand wedge here feels like to be the one. Maybe played a little bit on the right side, so it never can cross the reach on the left. Just like this. Just like this. Played to the safety of the right side, so it can never cross the ridge. And we have an actual makeable birdie putt now. In fact, it is a attempt at the bird, but everybody knows and sees that it's very, very difficult. And it's also breaking like surprisingly a lot back from right to left. So I am actually going to be such a sicko that we're going to hit this straight. Nice read, buddy. Nice read, buddy. The worst read of my career right there. Didn't break back an inch. I see a megalomaniac amount of break back. Doesn't break an inch back. 4-iron is like made for this. Make sure you hit your tempo. This should be very cool. Qualified. Almost no break, but there's like a little bit in the absolute end, so I will aim this right side cup. Mark it on the calendars. Boom! 3 through 11. Same thing here than a few times previously. We don't want to move this ball further down the line. So if we stop this at 270, it's going to be a-okay. We don't even want this to be more. Anything that we have to start to a lot partial, it's going to be bad. So anything 250, 270, anything in that vicinity is going to work here really, really well. So 252 is exactly what we want here. Very interesting situation here where we actually have to roll the ball in there from this rough and not hit it straight at it. So this right here poised to be the best / the worst shot we've hit today. You guys decide. Was it the best or the worst? Write it down in the comments. Again here, like, beads are moving, but I don't see a lot of breaks. So same thing here. Take the right side cup and send it. I think that's back-to-back birdies. The famous East Coast hip-hop artist Joey Crack, aka Fat Joe, is the designer of this hole because of this crack. Now we just have to hit a shot here. Left. 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 Disaster. I just have to lay up. There's nowhere to go. Ain't ever gonna be better than that. No way, shape, or form ever gonna be better than that. Very dangerous speed here. A lot of downhill, and there is break. So I have to take power off, which means that making this putt is difficult. But at the same time, we can't risk the whole tournament here. So let's try to see if we are even close. Saving that from the deep rough should be undoable. There we go. 14th here, the most tough situation you will ever face. So we just have to hit this tree wood puncher with like 97%. So I'm going to take just a little bit off. Big kick left and go. Big kick left and go. Go all the way to the bottom. Go all the way to the bottom, buddy. There we go. Go in, actually. We're pin high. Clearly more right to left than there is left, right, back. So pretty much the last bean we don't have to worry about. Let's just hit a good amount of aim and let's see it roll into the bottom of the cup. Nothing to say. Nothing to say about that one. That was like, wow. Surprisingly, hole 15, both one of the biggest blow-up holes and one of the most scoreable holes in the tournament. So make sure we are on the fairway and then let's see what happens. We're not going to blow up here, hopefully. The yardage here actually dictates this shot completely. All I can do is send it. This is going to be better than any sort of a weirdo short puncher I can do here. So I'm just going to aim as much right as I can, and then I'm just going to send this full power putt. Absolutely no idea what's going to happen. Hopefully something magical. It's going to be a tough 2-putt, but it's makeable. Naturally here, danger awaits. It's going to start going left, but I'm going to hit this in hopes that it's not going to hit the red portion. It's going to actually turn quite nicely towards the hole up the hill. Come on, lads. Super, super important day. That qualifies. Yes! Definitely break there again, and in a way where we can't really hit it hard, because behind the hole it's going to start rolling. So we just have to aim, take a little bit off, and trust that the break takes it home. Dangerous shot, though. Bogey free! Boom! Out of the remaining 3 holes, this hole 16 is disastrous, especially if you end up on this rough patch. I'm going to be aiming quite a lot to the right, just to make sure I don't end up there. I 100% accept that. I 100% accept that. We learned here on practice that anything from this side is disastrous. So we will actually trust this tree wood. It's going to be quite a far left with the lie, but we will trust it and we will be pretty close to the flag with this. Except I hit it too fast, so now if it doesn't climb, we're in trouble. Oh, it climbed. So a classic moment where I show where we can't be, and that's where I put the ball. Let's see then if we can hit the best save of our life here. This is grandly completely impossible. One inch more, and it gets there.
That's what she said.
Very similar here than the last time. Now we have much friendlier outlook to it. So now we can play it a little bit less safe. And I don't know about you guys, but I'll tap this in even if it destroys our bogey-free streak. I will tap this in with a smile on my face, because that right there is filthy good. That right there is filthy good. No more bogey-free, but acceptable result from one badly missed tempo, and we end up exactly where we can never be. So have to accept the bogey, hang your head in shame, but still in the back of your brain accept it. Gap wedge here feels like a really good club for this. Just gotta make sure we hit our tempo, and we should be somewhere in the vicinity of the hole. Too bad a second miss in a row. Too bad a second miss in a row, and that was just on the edge of the miss. So now we are in trouble, because this is again really bad. But lucky for us, we seem to have a quite difficult or a slow lie here. So the lie itself is going to help us a lot. All we can do now is hope to hit it somewhere here. Third time is going to be the charm here. Lob wedge punch. Now we're just going to move it down the hill here. And not over that hill. Just a little bit of a dirbler here. Here you see in full display how disgusting it is. The second you miss your tempo, the saves are out the window. Quite a lot of break in the end. Not so much at the start. So very classic aim here. Very, very classic aim here. Let's see if we can come out of here with just a single. Would be lovely. Tell me another guy who celebrates bogey this vivaciously. Get in! Very dangerous this again, the 18th. We gotta get the ball somewhere here, but if it hits here, it's gonna roll all the way down. So, again, have to be aiming quite a lot to the right, but we still can be on the bunker. So, eyes closed, wish for the best. Oh my days, that's going to be like the best drive of my life. Best drive of my life right there. The wind took it just perfectly to the sideline. Of course, now we have to play over the Clint, but that's okay. It's going to go quite far left at the start, and then the wind is going to bring it back a little bit. So let's see if we can get this into the bowl. And yes, indeed, 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 we can. Quite the dirbler here. Not a lot of break on each side, but seemingly quite a lot more right to left still. So let's go out on an absolute banger to score this to go -4 in round 4. One more for the lads. I said one more for the lads. That was awesome. That was awesome. Round 4 in the week 2. Done. Second week of challenges. Second week of ridiculously fun and enjoyable playing. The content is enjoyable. Please consider leaving a subscription to the YouTube channel so you never miss another video. Trigger them bells. Hit the like too. The information about the Twitch streams and what we do on those Twitch streams is down below in the description. So come hang out with us on Twitch. I promise you it's a good time. The socials are there as well. Get involved with the Discords, with the Instagrams, with the Twitters and all that. And deepen your connection to yours truly and the wonderful golf nerds of the internet. I invite you to come and also come play. TGCTours.com, no membership fees, free to play, the best gaming community anywhere in the world. Yeah, I think that's a good trio. Follow the Twitches, follow the socials and the YouTubes, and make an account on TGC Tours and come play. That is me done. Next week we have another challenge coming up, and I cannot wait to do this all over again. But now it's time to say thank you so much for another great week of content here on Twitch and on YouTube as well. So thank you everybody who was watching this week. I will see you guys next week for another one. Enjoy your week, and I will see you next week. But for now, Mokkio is out. Peace!